Thank you for taking a moment to let us share some key concepts that will help you get more well, more quickly, more completely, and for a longer time. So we're here to serve you and to partner with you in your recovery and maintenance of excellent health. Today we'll review what you told us, what we found, if we think you're a good candidate for the solutions we offer, and if so, what treatment time and finances that will entail. If you've gotten this far, there's a good chance that we believe we can help. So the first step in becoming a patient of ours was history and consultation, where we listened and read what you had to say. We know that you know your body, so we start by listening to what you have to say. Today, the first step again will be to recap what you said so that we make sure that we know that we heard and recorded all the key elements. This is recorded on the first page of the document that we gave you. You should have that now. If not, we'll give it to you soon. We call this first page the problem page. The first half is what you told us, and the second half is what we found wrong and some of what you told us. After this video is over, please review to see if what we recorded on these sections is about right and that we didn't leave anything major out, in your opinion. If we did, let us know so that we can add it. The reason you're here is because you have a problem, and we have a solution. The second half of page 1 of the report document we gave you is what we found wrong. You'll notice that there are 3 pillars or categories of problems that we look at: nutritional, structural, and neurological. Nutritional, that's deficiency, toxicity, gut health, and food or chemical sensitivities. We get some information here from history, questionnaires, and exam, but functional lab tests usually give the most clear and helpful insight. Structural, that's bones, muscles, fascia, joints. The digital foot exam, the physical exam, neurological exam, X-ray, and MRI reveal what you're made of structurally. And the neurological exam, that's balance, coordination, eye, arm, hand coordination, strength, tone, reflexes, autonomic control of digestion, respiration, etc. None of us are just right. We are nutritionally malnourished, we are structurally crooked, and we are neurologically short-circuited. So what are the causes of all those problems? It really boils down to toxicity, trauma, and thought. It's also genetics, but the cause of genetic problems are also trauma, toxicity, and thought. Now, the problems we find are important because addressing them appropriately will form the solution to your long-term health. The goal is to find the problems that we and you can correct naturally so that your body can adapt and heal and continue to adapt and stay well. Principles. The next page covers principles. There are 2 categories of principles. First, nature laws, and second, the kinds of care available and the results you can expect. A nature law is something that is true and will always be true, like gravity. Like gravity, these are common sense, but you may have never applied them to your health. The first nature law is synergy. Synergy means that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So my passion for health and helping others get and stay healthy actually began in 8th grade, and I was unhappy with my own health, being chubby and frequently sick. I made changes and started a learning journey that continues to this day. But right at the start, I recognized that real lasting health required addressing more than one aspect of healthy living. At that point, all I understood was diet and exercise. But now we have the 3 pillars. Synergy can be positive or negative. Negative synergy of toxicity, trauma, and thought feeds into deterioration of your health, causing nutritional, structural, and neurological problems, some of which we see on your problem page. But positive synergy of nourishment, structural correction, and neurological communication feeds improved adaptability, restoration, and maintenance of your health. Now, our logo captures these concepts. The multiple arms of the avatar represent the multiple effects that contribute to deterioration or restoration of your health. And he's floating above the clouds with light rays behind, representing the restoration of hope and health. Just like removing 1 thumbtack won't provide much relief when you're sitting on 3 tacks, The solution to your health may require multiple aspects of your health at one time. We'll get to your solution specifics when we talk personally in a moment. For now, let's cover and turn to page 2 of the report that we gave you. You look at the principles that affect your recovery. The next nature law is the law of limits. The tissues must not be re-injured before they're completely healed. If they are, they'll stop healing or take longer to heal. That's pretty obvious. Then we have the healing time frame, approximately 90 to 120 days for the majority of healing. Now, all deep tissues take a long time to heal. If you break your arm, you put it in the cast for 6 weeks, you take it out, you rehabilitate it. It takes a while. The next is the law of supply. Completeness of healing increases with fullness of supply. You see how that feeds back into the healing time frame. So now it doesn't mean it takes 90 to 120 days for you to feel better with regards to the healing time frame, but it takes that long for your tissues to heal, to stabilize, and to be really strong. That's true of the biochemistry as well as the structure. Okay, so completeness of healing increases with fullness of supply. The more good stuff you give your body, the more good stuff is going to do with it, and it allows you to go back through the healing time frame. So what kind of good stuff are we talking about? So activity, that's exercise, just regular moving your body, that's really critical. It also involves joints specifically as we do adjustments, and that helps the nerves to be reactivated, helps you go back through the healing time frame. Muscles, so we'll isolate muscles and we'll strengthen and we'll detoxify, do trigger point therapy. That also improves nerve communication, allows you to go back through the healing time frame. Nutrition. Nutrition will, you want to take away the bad stuff, add the good stuff. We may do lab tests to find individually, specifically what you need. And stability or limits. So this may mean a brace, it may mean the orthotic for your feet, it may mean an SI belt, or it may just mean don't overdo it. That goes back to the law of limits. And then we have entropy. We'll come back to entropy in just a moment, but first we're going to cover something else down toward the bottom of the page. So we have kinds of care available and the results you can expect. So the first is the basic or surface correction. And that's to relieve pain or suffering. And that's where we want to start, but if we stop there, we don't address the cause. Why is the problem in the first place? What's going to keep them coming back or getting worse in the future? So with that, we look at biochemistry, we look at structure, and we look at neurology. And we address those through nutrition, adjustment, therapy, and exercise. And with the goal of restoring nervous system function so the body adapts and heals itself. And the third kind of care available is enhancement or maintenance, to maintain the nervous system adaptability so your nervous system can adapt to your environment and your life. So that's really what health is, your ability to adapt well. And how do you adapt? Or how do you maintain, I should say? With what you eat, what you drink, what you breathe, how you think, how you sleep, and how you move. And move is exercise, posture, and that's where chiropractic fits in because it helps your joints move well and your nervous system work well. Which that takes us back up to entropy, which we were talking about earlier. And in this case, it's without effort, we proceed toward disorder. The ice cube melts. If you put an ice cube on a counter, it doesn't turn into an ice castle, it turns into a puddle. And that's what happens to us. Unless we work to maintain what we gain, we'll automatically start to lose it because of generations of entropy, trauma, and toxicity in thought. Both our body and the environment cause us to start out as nutritionally malnourished, structurally a crooked man, and neurologically short-circuited. So entropy is always working against us, so we need to address all those eat, drink, breathe, think, move, and sleep so that we work against entropy. So that just about covers it. In a moment, we'll discuss the solutions and the recommended schedule. So please take a moment to review page 1 to see if we got it about right, and see if we left any significant out. So thank you for taking a moment to let us share some key concepts that will help you get well more quickly, more completely, and for a longer time. May God bless you, and I'll see you in just a moment.